Hello, welcome. My name is Tan. I am thinking about starting this YouTube channel on product management, specifically for AI. And the reason why I thought about this is that I feel like there's a lot of technical training, a lot of knowledge out there, a lot of videos, tutorials, and whatnot on how to run AI models and machine learning algorithms. Um, However, I'm not really seeing a lot of things on the business side. I'm not really seeing people talk about how to talk about AI. And because there's all of these people out there who think AI is like magic or something, and they don't really understand it. And coming from a product perspective, I feel that it's very important that we have these types of discussions. And product management is not like engineering where there's, people can argue all day long and say like, this is the right way to do something. I personally feel that product management is not actually about providing the answers. It's actually more about providing questions. It's about asking the right types of questions and leading everybody through all of those questions. And so, that's probably why there's no training material on it, because there's no real right way to handle an AI product. It's more about the thought process. It's more about thinking through the problems and thinking through the questions. So that's sort of what inspired me to start thinking about it as a YouTube channel, as more of a platform for discussion. Yeah. So maybe we can get started. We'll start with some food for thought. Yeah. So I feel like one good question that everybody should always ask when they're working with AI models is does this model actually solve the problem? Let's go through a simple use case, right? So, let's say you have Alice, a teacher, and is looking for a career change. So what kind of a model might help her? So one of the models I thought about, just off the top of my head, is maybe we'll do like you input some skills and output a list of job titles. Because the idea is basically that, well, if teachers have skills that overlap with some other professions, so therefore, you can use something like this to help Alice find other professions that she might be good at, right? And then if you run some model like this, you might run up with an output that looks like this, and you realize that that wasn't actually what you wanted, right? Which really gets to the heart of asking that question that I mentioned, right? It's like, does the AI model that you're working with, does it actually solve your problem? And because the answer to that question is usually no. Um, AI models don't actually, directly solve the problem that you want. Actually, very rarely will it actually directly solve it. But sometimes it's actually really good. It's good enough to get you there in terms of solving a business need. Um, and so, you could definitely tweak this, right? This I've obviously made up this hypothetical output, but this is, you could definitely imagine this would be very real, and you would have to do some other things to limit this, and get rid of other things that move too close to Alice, because she wants to move, but that's not the case for everybody. So now you got to start thinking about the business, and what does the business need, and that's really where uh, the question is supposed to lead you, right? Because in product management, it's not about you know what do I need to do, and no one can just tell you that, right? Like my example is just an example that you're never going to face, but what's really important there is to ask the initial question, right? And to really think through the problem, and to really think through all the possible scenarios. um, and you can even as you think through the possible scenarios, you can think of ways to help solve this problem in different ways. And heck, it might not even be an AI model at the end. And I think that's also very important from a product management perspective. Is that like not everything needs to be solved with AI. But yeah, that was just a silly example, but I do want to bring that up because I feel that this is really where the discussion happens, and so I want to open it up to you guys, right? What type of content would you like to see around AI products, and what kind of questions would you ask? And so I'm thinking about that, and I want to make a YouTube channel based off of that. and really get that sort of level of discussion going. So any feedback is welcome, all right? Ideas on what to talk about is also welcome. If you have any specific questions, I could even try to answer those, I guess. Although I feel like very specific questions aren't that helpful. But hey, if you have them, shoot them my way, and maybe I'll make a video off of it. All right, thanks guys, bye.